How's it going, guys and geeks? Welcome to the Geek Critique Show. My name is Dakota.
And I'm Jen.
And we promised you in the last video, our review for Ready Player One, that we would be posting a video with Easter eggs that I guaranteed that you couldn't see in the film. And that's because I'm actually going to be talking about Easter eggs that you have to hear. So I tricked you a little bit there. But
so clever.
There are some Easter eggs in Alan Silvestri's Ready Player One soundtrack. And if you haven't listened to the soundtrack by itself, it really is a fantastic, fun romp of a soundtrack. And Alan Silvestri, I love his work. He's done Back to the Future. He's done The Avengers. And unfortunately, there's no Avengers callouts in this soundtrack, but there are a few that are really, really cool. So I'm going to break down what I found. If there are any that you found that you think are interesting, please leave them in the comment section down below. But I want to hear your thoughts regardless. And Jen, she doesn't know any of these that I'm going to bring up, so I'm just going to play the clips for her, and you're going to have to guess what you think this is from, okay?
This is nerve-wracking. And I would like to just make it clear from the start. I'm not good at remembering things. I've likened myself to a goldfish on more than one occasion for that reason. But when it comes to music, I'm more of a lyrics person, whereas he's more the music itself.
Also, I just want to, let you guys know, this video is probably not going to be monetizable just because we're playing clips of the music. That's just a given when here on YouTube. If you're playing music that you don't know, it's most likely going to be monetized by the claimant. So you guys on Patreon, you guys are funding this video, so thank you. And we actually got a new Patreon sponsor, yes, AJ Manaville or Mainville. Thank you so much for your contribution to helping us fund our content. So.
Sweet, thanks.
Yeah. All right, on to the show. All right, so first is in the Hello, I'm James Halliday track, right at the very beginning, 000.
Dracula.
What'd you say?
Dracula. It's like the death music.
The funereal music?
Yeah, it's like funeral music and everything, pretty much. But...
Okay, so this is actually really interesting because that was the first thing I thought of when I heard that music. I did some digging. That has never been associated with a Dracula movie.
Oh, really?
Yes, that is actually the Mandela effect at work. Everyone and their moms online calls this the Dracula theme. It is not. This is a composition by Johann Sebastian Bach, and it has a long history of being associated with horror.
Yeah.
And,
I guess that's why I thought that.
Yeah, but the Dracula theme is actually Swan Lake. This is Toccata and Fugue in D minor by Johann Sebastian Bach. I think the association with horror actually stems from the 1931 film, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Oh, okay.
Which is in that horror period, the classic horror Hollywood period. But it's also been played it's the first song in Fantasia.
Oh, okay. So we just recently watched that, so that's probably where I heard it recently.
Yeah. It's also in the 1962 version of Phantom of the Opera. So it has a long history with horror, but it has nothing to do with Dracula. Everyone thinks it does. It doesn't. Okay, so our next reference actually comes at about 2:40 on the track Why Can't We Go Backwards? This one's a really hard one to catch, but if you know what's going on in the scene, it's kind of a giveaway, but it's very classic Hollywood. What are you thinking?
I don't know, something monstery?
Yes. So when they're going backwards in the car, what are the big monsters that show up?
The gorilla.
Yes, King Kong himself. It's actually a portion of the very opening line, or the very opening chords in Max Steiner's 1933 King Kong film. It's such a powerful soundtrack. That soundtrack is probably the first great soundtrack of the sound era. So if you guys haven't heard that, I'd highly recommend going and watching or listening to that.
That's cool.
It's really cool. Sorry, I'm really hyper. I'm really excited to just get these.
He's been working on this while he was at his actual job. He was listening to the music over and over again, trying to pick stuff up from it. So he's very excited.
Don't tell my boss.
And I just got back from work and I'm very tired.
All right, so there are two call-outs in Real World Consequences. And I think this one you will get. Let's just play it and see what you can find. What do you want to sing next?
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Back to the Future. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Which is...
That's funny because you can hear it and you know how it goes, but you don't necessarily know what it is.
And it leaves you hanging. It actually doesn't give you any more of that chord.
That's actually really cool. I like that.
Or any more of that theme. It's actually when Wade opens the Zemeckis Cube when you can actually hear this theme. But this little jingle appears in the Back to the Future films whenever a change is made to the future.
Oh.
So because he rewinds time, it's just
that's actually really cool.
Yeah, that's a cool one, right?
Oh yeah, I like that a lot. That's awesome.
Okay, so in Looking for a Truck, which is part of the big climactic battle sequence at the very end, we do have two big call-outs that I noticed. The second one is very big, but the first is a little hidden, and the only way a lot of people notice is because of what's going on screen. I'm going to let you guess what we have here. What do you think?
I'm thinking Indiana Jones, but I feel like I'm wrong.
It is actually Back to the Future.
Still?
Again. Yes.
Oh.
This is another track entirely, but Alan Silvestri, he did the music for Back to the Future. So
this makes sense.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like a multiple choice where if like you get like 3 B's in a row, you wonder if you got one of them wrong. That's kind of how I felt just now, because I was like, it couldn't be that again. Could it?
This is actually playing when you see a prominent shot of the DeLorean like just mowing down people.
Oh, okay.
In the final
so then
battle.
That makes sense.
Okay, so this next one is by far and away my favorite thing in this movie, I think. Just the fact that they put this in here just got me hopping out of my seat.
You spill my tea.
All right, I'm just gonna play it. Starts off slow, but it almost sounds like Jaws, but it's not. Now you can hear it.
Godzilla.
Yeah? All right. You actually got it, yes.
Okay, because you said Jaws, I was like monster-y, and yeah.
Oh, that is my probably top 5 favorite themes ever.
It is really
so
good.
Powerful. And they don't have it in every Godzilla movie. I don't know why they don't, but it's such a powerful theme. It's from the original 1954 Godzilla movie. And I really hope they incorporate that into the upcoming Godzilla movie that's coming out, or the one with King Kong. If they incorporate those two themes from Max Steiner and Akira Ifukube, that would make that movie perfect for me, honestly. I would give it a glowing review.
Wow, if it's absolute garbage, but they just put the theme, you have a friend right here. You have a fan.
Yes. All right, so that was actually all the...
Oh!
Yeah, it was... surprisingly short on Easter eggs in this movie.
I thought I would do much worse than that. Okay.
No, you did pretty good. I mean, there wasn't that many. In the soundtrack, we don't have the scene from The Shining, so I can't be sure if they actually have the music from The Shining, but I would assume they would. But that's not on the soundtrack. Maybe in the future, like an extended version of the soundtrack will incorporate it.
Maybe back in the future.
Yeah, there are also a lot of like sound effects in the movie that don't make it into the soundtrack. But if you caught any of those, like I think there were some Mario sound effects in the film, and like 1-ups and stuff like that. If you found any Easter eggs that you think I should know about, whether that's in the soundtrack or in the sound effects, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm still planning on doing that huge breakdown video of the entire movie. If and when I get a 4K file of the digital copy of the entire film, I wanted to go scene by scene, frame by frame, the entire film, and share it with you guys.
You can tell he's really pumped for this.
Yes. I'm really excited about the movie, even though I've already seen it.
Yeah, I want to see it again soon. We only saw it once.
So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to check out more videos about Ready Player One, you can check out our review right here or some of our trailer breakdowns down there. And thank you guys so much. Have a good one.
Bye.